Alright guys, so as always, we're going to get our first shots with the new Glock 43x, but there's going to be one thing a little different here. When we met Radian over at Guncon 2025, they do what they usually do. They actually give us a stock Glock 43x, and then they immediately give us their new Radian setup just so you can see the side-by-side comparison immediately. So we're going to recreate that experiment today, but for this one, we're going to start shooting the Glock 43x with the frame. They also gave us the Magwell and anchor system for them, but as you see here, we also have some handling grips on that frame. So to make it a little more fair, we're just going to immediately swap slides. So from the normal stock Glock 43x slide to the Radian setup, just to see the comparison, and then we'll do the same thing with the new frame here as well. All right, so first shots with the stock Glock 43x. Let's see how it goes. Feels like a Glock. I mean, so honestly, for my shots with these, I have never actually recommended anyone get the Glock 43x over like an X Macro or something along those lines. But let's just see if the new Radian setup changes my mind on that. Here it is, the stock Glock 43x frame with the Radian Ramjet Afterburner Combo here. Let's see how it shoots. Oh my God. Significant difference, significant. I don't know if you guys saw that, I actually started driving it down as I was shooting because it was helping out so much. Huge improvement from Radian, like my goodness.
It's a little snappy, it shoots like a Glock, triggers like a Glock. Whoa. Dang. Previously shot the stock, now I shot the Radian. Like Brandon said, like I actually drove the gun down. So like my shots were actually in the middle of the A zone and they started going down because I was driving it so much. The comp definitely works for sure. And it's a little loud. A little louder than stock, but no, shot very soft.
43x, everybody's favorite carry according to TRX Arms. Felt like a 43x. I had a Hellcat Pro. I honestly felt probably about the same level of snappiness, so take that into consideration if you own a Hellcat. Oh wow. Yeah. It still has a little bit of snap to it, obviously because it's a short slide, slim profile, so the slide is cycling pretty fast, but in terms of like helping, it helps a lot. Like a lot. Like makes it shoot a bit softer, but that return to zero, man. It's like, obviously, I think the dot's still leaving the window, but that snap back down to zero is like so freaking fast. So already, man, I can't wait to get more rounds on this. It's gonna be a good time.
As you guys can tell, we're at indoor range, not our normal outdoor range we usually record videos at. So we're at Crossroads Shooting Sports in Johnston, Iowa. You guys at Crossroads are huge supporters of the channel. I will put a discount code to their website right here if you want to save yourself some money. All right, so we're going to recreate that experiment one more time, but this time we're going to kind of show you guys the benefit of getting the Magwell and anchor system right here that Radian designed. On top of that, I kind of want to do something a little different than we usually do. As you see here, we have some handling grips that we're trying out on our Glock 43x. And just trying to give you guys an idea as to what the Glock 43x could be if you had just a little bit more money into it. Kind of fixing the biggest issue that Glock has, and that is their stipple job. It sucks. Let's just see how it actually does. Significant improvement in grip alone already. Like my grouping was really good on that, not gonna lie. So let's see how the Radian does. Damn. Huge improvement, oh my God. This is a night and day difference for the Glock 43x. Honestly, if you don't have both of these, the Magwell, Radian, and handling grips, what are you even doing?
Man, I still gotta get used to that trigger. But in terms of keeping it locked in, yeah, they did not slip from my hands at all. Oh, wow. How much more I got left? Wow. Wow. That's all I can say. It's just so good. Like, honestly, you have recoil reduction, plus you have a better stipple job, and honestly, this actually helps with grip pretty well too, if you think about it, because it just locks in your pinky. And yeah, if you want a 43x, this is probably the ultimate setup that you should get.
That feels pretty good. I have really sweaty fingers and hands right now, and that did not move whatsoever. Damn. 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 Dude. I could shoot this like all day long. That was very soft.
All right, guys, so we're gonna do our normal 25-yard accuracy test here. I'm going to be using the same frame for both the stock Glock 43x slide and with the Radian, because Radian does have a match grade barrel. So let's just see if it actually helps improve any accuracy at all. We're gonna be using normal 115 grain ball ammo from Norma for this test. We could get a little better accuracy if we probably use some self-defense rounds, but yeah, we're too broke for that. Now with the Radian Ramjet Afterburner Combo, same frame and everything, keep it as consistent as possible, even the same magazine. Alright, so 25-yard grouping for both the stock slide and the Radian Ramjet slide here. So starting with the stock, you see here it's a pretty decent grouping for how small that gun is. I'd say it's a 2.5 inch grouping at its largest there. Pretty good. But now Radian does boast a match grade barrel, so I did throw one round, so I did X that right there. I saw it immediately after I shot it. But here's the other 4 rounds here. At its furthest, it's actually more like a 3-inch grouping.
So I just did the grain test for the 43X with the Radian comp with 115, 124, 147 Normas. Surprisingly here, 115's actually, I think, felt the best. I think you got the best blend of softness or felt recoil and return to zero. 147's, I think they're probably around the same softness, if not a little bit softer, but the return to zero is definitely a little bit more sluggish, obviously. And then 124's, like, those were pretty snappy, I'm not gonna lie. Those ones, like, I'd probably avoid 124s. Maybe if you prefer a faster cycle rate and you can handle that recoil, you don't got pussy hands like I do, but like, I'd probably stick with 115s if you were running the Radian comp.
Full disclosure, Radian did send this out to us for review. We did meet Ryan at Guncon 2025, and he handed us this Ramjet Afterburner Combo for the 43X. He said, no strings attached, just do what you guys do. The Afterburner comp is actually machined from stainless steel, and the Ramjet barrel is actually machined from a hardened 416R stainless steel. Both are enhanced with a radianite coating. So one thing to note though, the comp is always gonna come in black. That's gonna be the radianite coating. The one we have here is obviously a bronze. They also have a gray color. Both of those other colors that aren't black are just gonna be PVD coatings. So the Ramjet barrel is a match grade barrel, so you shouldn't have to worry about any kind of accuracy loss when it comes to performance. One more little thing they actually added here was a loaded chamber indicator on the side. It's not on the top at all, which is really nice for firearms because a lot of times when you have it on the top, it tends to really black out your optic. So I'm glad that Radian actually decided to fix that for majority of shooters out there. So one thing that actually makes Radian so popular is actually going to be the way they mount their compensator. So opposed to other manufacturers, they actually have a threaded barrel, making it illegal in other states. They just have a set screw right here. So it's not threaded barrel, it's actually legal in all 50 states, so thank goodness for them. People live in a communist state, we get the Radian set up here. The 43X Ramjet and Afterburner Combo is not the same as the Glock 43 version. They do have 2 miles due to the side cuts here towards the end is actually a little rounded off compared to the 43. They are different, so make sure if you are buying this for your Glock, you are buying the specific model one. As for the price point of the Radian Ramjet and Afterburner Combo for the Glock 43X, you were looking at $390 starting.
So as you guys can see here is that the Radian Ramjet actually adds a little bit of length to the front of the 43X. So with the full length, it actually comes out to be the size of a Glock 48. And if you're looking for holster compatibility, we work with QVO Tactical quite a bit on our channel. He's been supporting us from basically day one. So basically get the Glock 48 package. QVO will be able to support that with the 43X Radian combo. Our code and down in the description below is going to be 9510 to save yourself some money upon checkout.
So testing out their Magwell and anchor system here, pretty interesting setup because for the Magwell, just like their P365 Magwell, flared Magwell setup. It's all metal, but the anchor itself actually is a Allen wrench nut. And what it does is it actually, the more you tighten it, the more it actually expands to like grip onto this back plate here. So that makes it just about impossible to take off. It lines up perfectly with our pinky, so it gives us a really good like hug to our grip. Pretty nice, kind of the biggest benefit of having flared Magwells, and Radian really did it super well.
.574.
Seven, 1, 3.
Oh, nice. 625. 449. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Ah. Doing this with this little puny 43X with all these goodies on here, that was not too hard to achieve for how small this gun was. I think if this was in its stock configuration, I'm not gonna lie, I probably bought some skill here. My hand would probably slip off the non-existent grip texture that is the stock 43Xs, and I'd probably break my wrists with the 43X's snappiness without the Radian comp. So this is a good gun.
507.
507?
Boom, boom, and then you went up there.
Oh.
So I saw it, unfortunately. All right, so my final thoughts on the Radian Ramjet Afterburner Combo for the 43X. I personally believe that you should never get the 43X without the Ramjet Afterburner Combo. I think the 43X, for me personally, has never actually been a recommendation to anyone. We get a lot of DMs on the channel about what guns recommend to people, and the 43X has never been one of those options until now. The Radian actually fixes the issue with the fact that the 43X has always been a little on the snappy side compared to other ones out there like the X Macro or the Hellcat Pro. Even the Hellcat Pro is actually on the snappy side. I think as well, comboing it with the Magwell and anchor, even if you don't do reloads out there, I'd say that this is a worthwhile upgrade for sure, all just for the additional leverage on grip it gives you with your pinky there. So even if you don't like doing reloads or don't ever do reloads to get the benefit of a flared Magwell, the additional grip it gives you makes this purchase 100% worth it. So comboing this pair with the handle grips, we actually bought this with our own money. We were trying it out just to see what the Glock 43X could be if we literally just fix the one issue we had with it. Upgrades to make this finally a good option for carry. Still makes it super slimline, and honestly, if you are one of those guys that don't care to have more than 10 rounds anyway, then finally the 43X is a good option for you.
For my final thoughts, I think adding the Radian Ramjet to the Glock 43X was a great addition. The color scheme is pretty cool. I do like the two-tone from the black and like kind of the bronze. It definitely pops out that you show that you have a badass setup for the Glock 43. And the last thing, the flared Magwell, I do like how kind of slimline profile it is, so you can still carry it as well, but it also flares out quite a bit on the inside. So during reloads, it definitely helps when trying to just put it anywhere within the Magwell. You're able to just put it in.
Oh, say like.
As for my final thoughts of the Radian 43X, I think I kind of agree with all the points what Brandon said. Is like, if you're a Glock person, you absolutely want to stick in the Glock platform from your full size to your compacts to subcompacts. This is definitely a viable option. Like honestly, I shoot a Glock 47, I carry a Glock 47, and because of the 43X's nature of being snappy, and so that's kind of what steered me away from the 43X. However, now because of all the aftermarket support, especially with the Radian comp, that kind of really sells the 43X for me. And honestly, if this was all out when I was starting to get like into like my small carry, like I think what I used to carry was a Hellcat Pro, which is ported by Monsoon Tactical to help with that snappiness. I'd probably get the 43X, honestly. Like it's really good with the Radian comp, especially now that we added the handle grips and we have the flared Magwell at the bottom, which it's a really nice point of reference, so you know that you got your grip where you want it to be, and also just kind of keeps your pinkies locked in, so it can reduce the amount that your hand slips. Honestly, the way it is right now and set up, it's almost perfect. I think the last thing I would do is swap out the trigger, because as you know, all Glock triggers kind of suck. Honestly, we had a we had a good time shooting this gun. If you are a Glock fanboy and don't want to freaking explore anything else, now you have a good option with the Radian 43x.
All right, guys, that's it for our thoughts on the Radian Ramjet Afterburner Combo for the Glock 43x, along with the Magwell and anchor system. Let us know what you guys think about this whole combo setup down in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to stay up to date with our content, making new videos every single week. Don't forget to get out to the range. Get good, so you stay good, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.